All right, we are live for episode 44 on Grant Lee Sherman Civil War Generals 2. We have been at this bad boy for a month. This just shows you uh how much gameplay you can get out of this old gen. I mean, this thing has a lot of replayability because just looking at make sure my microphone's on. I mean, if you just look at the battles alone, you have all of the historical battles, and we've played the majority of them on our campaigns that we played. But you also have a lot of different variations of each battle, and some unique battles that aren't available in the historical battle. For example, all the Washington variations. This one called Goofy here, I was just messing around with the editor, making one right there for myself just for fun. That's another thing too, is you can make your own battles and everything. But enough of that. Today, we are coming back to replay a save we had saved here as replay. And this was during our Confederate campaign, the Civil War campaign in the Eastern Theater. And this was one of those battles that was like, ugh. It was one of those battles that I felt like we could have won, but we were just like so close on not winning, if that makes sense. This is a funny editing I've made here. So yeah, I definitely want to replay this Chancellorsville again. So we're going to come back to this thing and replay this battle, hopefully with a little bit more success. There's plenty of turns. You know, there's there's 36 turns on this bad boy. So it's not like a lack of turns. But originally we kind of were a bit split up. We had a force down here. Everybody in the east was kind of down here. And everybody over here, we kind of piled up here. But I think what I might try to do on this attempt is to kind of play it as it's meant to be played. I mean, where the units are, that's as we're going to play. So we're weak on this side of the map, but we're just going to push them up, dig in. We're going to push them up, dig in here, try to attract the attention of the enemy here. This force over here is really meant to be a pushing force. You're meant to push him east with that force, I think. And we played it very differently last time. Okay, there's no reinforcements. So that is kind of my game plan. There's so many different ways that you could run each battle. So our previous attempt ended in a minor defeat. We had most everybody down here by the Catherine Furnace and the Brick House on our Eastern Army, and our Western Army was all over here. But he absolutely smoked us. So even though we're outgunned, I think we are going to play this a little bit differently here. I think we're going to be occupying them up here.
No, sir.
And then pushing from the bottom and from the west. I think that's going to be a much more efficient tactic. See, we've got beautiful long-range artillery, but the way the battlefield is, it kind of negated it. Because it's very wooded terrain. Very wooded terrain. So we're going to go with a little bit more aggression on this replay here of Chancellorsville. I think we're going to have a little bit better luck.
No, sir.
This time, too, we can... Yeah, he's in charge of pretty much everybody. All right, intern. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So this is a replay, another attempt at Chancellorsville, seeing if we can do a little bit better job than we did last time during our actual campaign. That was a massive struggle. One thing that happened too is everybody in the east that we had down here by the brick house, his main army here completely ignored them. And he pretty much sent his whole army against our position over here. We're not going to let that happen this time.
No, sir.
This time we're going to make him. We're really going to attract his attention here. he's going to be forced to deal with us. See, now we can start hitting him from this angle with the artillery. And we've got to be quick on our surrounding maneuvers we do. Oh, we got to turn the music on. My bad. I was like, why is it so quiet? Don't know why it was like that to start with. Okay. And artillery is really, we need to use our artillery as like a little bit more mobile force. You know, we need them to knock them up, move them up, knock them up, move them up. We need to keep pushing them up. And these gentlemen will swing them around here. So this might kind of attract his attention of the main body of his army. Because he held this area hard on our first attempt. So we need to have some, we'll get something going on here. Right now he is just kind of moving everybody to the center again, but at least he won't have all of his artillery in one spot. He kind of did that too. The way we were positioned before, he had all of his artillery by the Wilderness Church and the Millsy House. Which is this area. And he's got several guns. He's got about 9 to 10 artillery pieces. He had about 8 of them right here. So right here we've got this guy surrounded already. So next turn we're going to hit him with that artillery and eliminate him. We'll just focus on one unit at a time. Here in the center we just need to be mad aggressive and get to that Wilderness Church as quick as we can. Pretty good. Yeah, we'll just pour out there. See our cavalry here sneaking in the back. What's the height right here? Height of 6. Go ahead and deploy him right there. He can at least start softening up that gentleman. We're kind of hiding out in the woods here. Okay, turn. Yeah, this could be a better tactic, I think, than what we had previously attempted. It'll be a little bit more interesting, that's for sure. We actually did not have a live stream yesterday. We had a water pump go bad on a vehicle. I spent the majority of yesterday taking it off. Yeah, now he's kind of moving more towards the Wilderness Church. I don't want that. Alright, he did move, thank goodness.
No, sir.
Alright, let's get this guy eliminated here. Now that horse artillery, he can hit that tile right there. So we'll probably deploy him next turn. These guns, move them up. Well, we were quicker to get on this side of the hilltop here. Go ahead and eliminate him. He's pretty well done for. Perfect. So we eliminated one fairly quickly there. Actually, undo. We'll start working on this gentleman here. Might even move this artillery out a little bit here. So we are applying some pressure over here early. I would prefer to keep most of his army bogged down right here. That would be preferable. So he's not necessarily too strong in one area. I mean, he's really strong in this battle. The Union is. But if we can keep most of him bogged around here by the Jan West House, we'll be a lot better shape. I've got faith here. Already, as of right now, it's playing out better. Only in the first 3 turns than it did when we were playing it originally. That was a struggle. Okay, let me think here. So we'll keep up our aggression over here by the Melzi House and Wilderness Church. We'll give them a break when we get them about to that position. And yeah, I think we can do it pretty good here. He is starting to slowly creep to the west, but he's not able to, he's not sending everybody to the west. That was pretty rough. Our first time playing this battle. This is going much better. Alright, rest you.
At ease, man.
Give him some rifle fire. You're pretty good condition. Now I'm debating whether to move this artillery out now or wait a minute. These 2 guns here. Let's go ahead and get them moved out. Let's get them up over here, and they'll be able to fire on all 3 of these positions. Alright, you attack from this direction, and you attack from the rear. Nice, nice. Okay, give these guys 1 turn of a breather here. Mahone's division here. Give them a break. Let our artillery get up. Soften them up. We've got plenty of turns. So, over here is like just a holding action. Creep forward where we can. Over here, we really need to be quick. This is where our main strength is. We need to be quick to push east with this divisions we have over here. Yeah, this one's already in bad shape. So slap him to the side. Move our cavalry down to start surrounding. Now we can start softening him up. Alright, right here. The horse artillery missed. Dang it. Alright, both units. See, that gun can't hit anything. So what we want to do here is take this artillery piece down and deploy. See, now we've got these guns ready to fire. Oh, he's so healthy right here, though. So let's... That was a good charge right there, though. I roughed him up bad. Go ahead and get in there. Alright, pull him back. You get in there. So we're being very aggressive right here. Cavalry will be a bit of a distraction. We'll use our artillery to soften up any particular tile of his that's really strong. For example, right here, a healthy infantry brigade and a healthy artillery brigade. But this is kind of what I wanted. I want to get this point. We're going to dig in here at the Wilderness Church and Melzi House, and our kill zone will be right here in this open ground here. This artillery can shoot over there. All 4 of these guns can shoot in this area. So it'll be a lot more effective. We can hit him as he's coming out the woods now. Yeah, these brigades did a good job on bogging him down a little bit right here. Once we can get this guy pushed back, we'll move our artillery up on the top of the hill there. I'd like to get this gentleman here surrounded, but it's not going to be that easy. It is almost nighttime though, so nighttime comes pretty quick on this battle, or on this version. You only play a few turns, and then you get a nighttime break. So that actually worked out fairly well, because it gives us time to get our guns into position. Like this artillery piece. We're going to move him up on the hill there.
At ease, man. 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 At ease, man.
Yeah, that worked out really well. Because our artillery will open up the day firing on this tile right here. Alright, you need to get off of that tile right there. See, our cavalry, keep it right there. And move him up there. He's got you outmatched bad in this battle. Okay, there's 2 Union brigades here. So we can technically surround him like so. And pull our headquarter unit just position right there. So right there to start off the second day, we're going to have a couple of his brigades surrounded. So we shouldn't have to move anybody except for the horse artillery and that artillery down there by the brick house. That should be all we need to move during this nighttime hours here. So he's up on the hill now. He's good.
At ease, man.
Okay, we're going to need to watch our supply a little bit.
At ease, man.
Going to need to watch our supply a little bit here. At least until we can start roughing him up.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. No, sir. At ease, man. At ease, man.
And the horse artillery, bring it right there. Perfect.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Definitely give our artillery plenty of supply. You can't dig in on the river stream, but that's
At
okay.
ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Yeah, we'll have these two gentlemen roughed up bad.
At ease, man.
It's a really large infantry brigade. It's twice the size of any brigade we have around it. So perhaps to start, we might go ahead and use our artillery to soften him up, to eliminate him real quick. Yeah, we're just going to work on surrounding right there.
At ease, man.
Yeah, this will work just fine. Perfectly fine. Alright, this is the last turn of night, so just rest everybody.
At ease, man.
Everybody take a break. Yeah, we know we're low on supply.
At ease, man.
We've only eliminated one enemy brigade right now.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
But that's one less unit we're going to have to deal with.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
These guys are actually
At ease, man.
not too bad for having a rush out there.
At ease, man.
Alright, yeah, get you in
At ease, man.
battle formation there.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Yeah, I think the fact that we're over here by Chancellorsville, downtown, is really going to, attract his attention. Which this is probably how you're meant to play it anyway. Alright, first things first. Get this guy.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Nobody can fire on him. Okay, so since none of you can fire on him, everybody else just fire on that position. Soften him up. My goodness, he was strong right there. All right. Finish him off. Now, who's the strongest? Probably this guy back here. So let's attack with him. Charge with him. That was devastating against us. Now we got them roughed up. Two more brigades down, quick. Alright, headquarter units start moving out. So we're just opening up the day on day 2 with some more aggression. See, right here, you really could kind of cut him off, honestly. You could almost cut him off right here. But we're not going to worry about that. just want to send him reeling. See, our artillery is fine where it's at over here. We don't have to move them anymore. They can just fire at will on anything.
At ease, man.
Cavalry is just going to be a nuisance, attracting their attention. It's pretty strong right here. Regular attack with him. Charge with him. Charge with him. Nice. Pretty aggressive on the charges, but just do regular attack. Next turn we'll do a attack from the rear on this gentleman. He's getting kind of weak right here. Oh, dang it, Mahone just got wounded. It's alright. PGT Beauregard just took over that brigade. Now you can swing him down. Pull this guy here to cover the guns. You know what? Yeah, rough him up a little bit. He's not going to be able to get any supply on that unit. And he's running out of ammunition. So eventually we'll get him roughed up. Yeah, some of his brigades are just so huge. They're like 2,000 man plus. Which is typical, I guess, of the Union. Oof. But at least in the West, we're in a much better position. Much better position to be able to defend against him. And he kind of broke us right there. He's being extremely aggressive now. So now it's a bit of a holding action right here. Alright, let's get this guy roughed up here. He's about out of ammunition. My goodness, finally roughed that guy up. You pull back. Alright, you need to cover the guns. Yeah, some heavy fighting over here, but at least it's cutting his forces up. My goodness. He really kept them all balled up that last time. Alright, over here. Just artillery, just keep firing. Pushing him back east. There you go. There you go. Alright, take that position. Even better. Yeah, our cavalry, I think, is attracting their attention a little bit too. Alright, headquarter unit, dig in right there. Get this infantry to the front. Alright, this cavalry will try to assist over here in the south a little bit. Right now, we're weakest over here. He's coming at us hard right here. So we're going to be digging in and holding here as best as we can. But we finally got a decent position over here by Wilderness Church. This is a good position. So now is when we kind of hold what we got and just keep whittling him down, looking for opportunity. Oh, he's really opening up so aggressively over there. But they did do their duty in the east. They attracted the enemy long enough for us to get in a better position, which is a lot better than what they did last time. See, all these brigades, all this force over here, we marched them all the way down here to the brick house in Catherine Furnace. And then we took them up through here, through this valley here, to try and attack the Union on the flank. It failed miserably. As soon as they started getting to this point, they just started getting swatted off the battlefield so bad. It was pathetic. So right now we're just forming up a nice line here. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous right there. Alright, charge in there. Nice. Take and hold these positions. He's not even deployed yet. That was an easy opportunity for us. Alright, cavalry, swing around here, be a nuisance. We're here in the center. I'm going to start digging in some of these gentlemen here. Move him down. Kind of alternating who gets to take a break and who doesn't. Charging really goes through double the ammunition, so you've got to watch that too. We're moving him where he can't hit us. His artillery can hit us, but we're being a nuisance with our cavalry there. Alright, you can actually fire up there. That's beautiful. He can assist right there too. Alright, right here.
At ease, man.
getting a little bit sketchy. You know what? Charge in there. It's just sharpshooters. Start doing some damage. Everything I'm doing could be totally wrong, but at least we're doing something. At least we're doing something. You can either keep attacking him or I think we've already fired with the 2 guns right there. So yeah, over here is just going to be holding. There's really no offensive action we can take too much. But right here, we're going to get this formed up, and this is going to be a beautiful wall for him to keep crashing against. We've got our headquarter unit here. He's in charge of everybody on this side of the battlefield. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, this guy's in charge of these, and this guy's in charge of these. I got you. Yeah, we've got some low supply units here. So far, we're winning the victory point battle. He's in charge of a little bit right here. But right now, we're doing pretty well. Alright, make sure everybody's starting to dig in here. You're somewhat fresh, but actually, you're damaged. Go ahead and attack him. Keep up the pressure. See, he'll break this tile here. He'll ruin that artillery gun. Unless a charge from PGT Beauregard can push this guy back. Maybe not. Nope, but it definitely roughed him up. Alright, we gotta ease up on the charges. Hey man, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, my friend. We're just hanging out. Still playing this game. I'm glad you're here. I'm winding down a couple of choices on what we're going to be doing next. I wanted to keep with the same genre of this American Civil War. And the only 2 games that I've seen that kind of came out to me was one was called Grand Tactician, and the other one was called what was it called? Civil War General. It was called something. What was that? See, now my mind's drawing a blank. There was another one. It's about $50 on Steam. It wasn't Supreme. It was dang it, I forget the name of it. But it looked pretty good too. Matter of fact, now it's gonna bother me to death. Let me save this. We're replaying let me save this and look at that. We're replaying the Battle of Chancellorsville right now. I wanted to come back and replay it, try a little different tactic. It's going to bug me if I don't do this, so I'm going to have to pull this up real quick. So I'm going to pull up Steam here and try to see the name of this game. It was called... Come on, store. Oh, what was the game I was looking at to start playing next? Ultimate General. That was the name. And my goodness, it's actually on sale. Well, it's a good thing I waited till today to buy it. So I'm definitely going to buy that this evening since it's on sale. Yeah, there was two that I was looking at here. Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I was looking at this title. It's not on sale, so it's like $50. The other Civil War game I was looking at that seemed to be the best is this Ultimate General Civil War here. So this is definitely what I was looking at. Here's some pictures of it. And this is kind of the battlefield here. Actually, maximize that. This is kind of what I was looking at to start playing next. Was this game right here. Yeah, this screen right here. If it really looks like that in game, and that's how the brigades are laid out, and all you got to do is just kind of click and they'll move up. I do kind of like that. I think this could be a very good title. This could be a very good title here. So this Ultimate General Civil War is 99.99 going to be what we start with next. So anywho, let me back out, go back to the game. I just wanted to pull that up. Especially to hear your insight. Hey man, if you thought that would be a good title to play. I was really eyeballing a mod for Total War, but I didn't like it. I tried it out, I didn't like it, so I'm not going to be playing that mod. I think I'm going to be playing that Ultimate General next. Alright, back to Chancellorsville. Ultimate General looks good. Have not played it. Yeah, you sealed the deal right there, my friend. We're going to be playing that because it does look good. And I spent a good hour over the weekend trying to figure out what title would be the best to play. And I found that Ultimate General seems to be the best, so I'm going to go with that. But this is our replay on Chancellorsville. A little risque how we've been playing it so far. However, we've kind of just played it the way it was meant to be played. You know, we didn't move anything around crazy. You know, what we had starting by the brick house, we just kept it there. What we had starting east of Chancellorsville, we moved it towards downtown, straight from here to there. Everything in the west, we've just been pushing east. But our offense has stalled out a little bit. But at least now he's not all congregated in one area. Before, the majority of his army was right here. And now we kind of have him spread out a little bit, giving us a fighting chance here. So we are really, our cavalry, Jeb Stewart in the rear here, it's really messing up the algorithm by hanging out back there. That's kind of what I'm banking on. I'm banking on his algorithm being messed up. Alright, we've got some damaged infantry over here, so we need to get this gentleman here kind of pulled back a little bit. You stay right there.
At ease, man.
Since you're so rough shape, I guess.
No, sir.
get who's healthy in the front here. Firing on whoever is best conditioned. Yeah, this guy needs to get up there. Ugh. Yeah, hold right there. Stay in the woods. So PGT Beauregard, who took over Mahone's brigade, is trying to hold downtown Chancellorsville area. Whoa. You are in bad shape. Yeah, we need to get that gun roughed up. Fortunately, I have this cavalry here, kind of annoying the enemy. Now, right here is more of just a digging in type deal. This is much better position than our previous playthrough. Man, that was so rough. That's what's made so much replayability on this game, is you can play every battle differently. Well, it'd be nice if our artillery wouldn't be hitting our own units. So particularly, we're just firing on any gun that tends to come out the tree line there. See the condition. Yeah, he only has 2 healthy brigades right here on our doorstep. So that's going to give our boys here a chance to rest and recuperate. They've pushed from the Luckett House up to this point. So it was mad aggression to start this battle off. Yeah, that Ultimate General, it does look like the title. I'd like to get this cavalry to assist in knocking up this artillery here. J.J. Archer and his 2 brigades are in bad trouble. Turn line of sight off, and this CW2 is a nightmare to play. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guarantee it is. Oh, I guarantee. Because I think I messed with that option. I think I messed with that option at one time. Yeah, I have this setting off now. And it's annoying because you can't really see where everything is. You can't see where you can shoot, how far you can move. Like, you can't see the what your units are able to do. You just kind of have to go off memory. Oh, I know they can move 2 here. He could probably hit there, you know. It's a lot of trial and error. Oh, this is going way better. Now, he's still got us outnumbered 2.5 to 1, and he is messing us up bad in our outlying positions there, but our center in the west is 1,000 times better off than they were previously. Man, that was a bad positioning by us last time. Okay, he's kind of lessening up over here, but getting more aggressive right here. Just keep digging in. You got plenty of turns. It's no rush. Take a break. Take a break. You just be a nuisance. See, he might try to break right there. None of our artillery can hit that
No, sir.
gentleman down there, so he's going to be a bit of an issue. He's going to be that brigade. ASP at Franklin's brigade is going to be a bit of an issue for us. Take care of our wings first. Give Judge Stewart a break there. Oh, we are doing well. Very well over here. A lot better than I thought we were.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
I think the computer's like happy because they have the two flags here. Over by Chancellorsville, they have the two victory point locations. And they kind of lightened up the load and sent more people to the west. All that's going to do is give these guys a chance to take a breather before they keep pushing. Alright, I got to be careful here. Yeah, you stay right there.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Wow. Okay, so that guy's morale jumped up big time. Probably from having the headquarter unit there. If I was a betting man. It's so tempting to keep pushing, but... Over here, though, we do need to attack right there a little bit. We don't want him to sneak any artillery beside us.
At ease, man.
We're pretty fresh right here. How many? Ooh, okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to have the majority of our artillery fire on this gentleman in the trees here. Perfect. And you... Nice, okay. R.E. Rhodes, take that position. Low on ammo, but that's okay. Because you've got coverage from this guy. Oh, that's nice. It'll give some of these gentlemen a chance to breathe. Alright, this horse artillery, we need to bring him down to start working on this guy right here.
At ease, man.
This infantry brigade is giving us issue. I'm having issue. See, I'm curious to see how he's going to do now. Because we've got units all around him just scattered. And it's messing up his cohesion. Instead of having one giant blue blob moving across the map, he's spread out as well. But he's still got a lot of infantry strength. Particularly up here. Very strong up there. So he's got plenty of men left. Is he going to take them and try to swing them to the north? Through Big Hunting Run and come crash on us from above? Or is he just going to keep ping-ponging them back and forth to wherever he feels like he needs them? If you played as the Union on this battle, it'd be so easy. Just pick one part of the Confederate line. East, west, south, just pick one spot and just move everybody en masse down there and just overwhelm them. And then move on to the next. Playing as the Union on some of these battles is so easy. Okay. So the horse artillery, can he hit? He can hit there. Perfect shot. Nice shooting. Okay. So now our artillery over here, oh, they can't hit that tile. So that means we might actually want to pull back. Let him come into range. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to pull back a couple tiles. As soon as he comes out the tree line, slap him. Pull back, slap him. Pull back, slap him. Just keep slapping him right here. Okay, can we do something about
At ease, man.
this artillery that's been bugging me to death? Nope. So close. Yeah, he made a mistake there of abandoning Chancellorsville, giving our gentlemen time over here to attack. Oh, it looks like we have you surrounded. Goodbye, W.S. Hancock. Line of sight on, I mean. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Yeah, having the where you like actually can't see except for what your units can see, that would be a pain in the butt. Without a doubt. That would be extremely frustrating. Okay, we have W.S. Hancock surrounded with our damaged infantry units, but he is gone. Get out of here. Get out of here with that ugliness. Alright, you dig in.
At ease, man.
We are so damaged over here. But taking that victory flag there might annoy him. And he might bring some of those fresh brigades back down over here. Yeah, he's wasting time chasing us. Ooh. Jeb Stewart is getting sneaky over here. He's getting sneaky. If I actually grab that flag and then pull back, ooh, that probably really ticked off the Union right there. Yeah, we're going to need to pull all these guys back. I was hoping to knock that artillery out of position, but this cavalry is kind of getting... If I go this way, he'll encircle that cavalry. So we're going to need to pull him back. Over here. Alright, work on our west side here. On the west side. We're not strong enough. Alright, you get back to the rear. You come up.
At ease, man.
Yeah, preferably... Yeah, this was much better right there.
At ease, man.
Rhodes and Warren here will just keep
At ease, man.
attacking these two tiles.
At ease, man.
A very tight kill zone, but a deadly one nonetheless.
At ease,
Oh, we're
man.
not good enough condition.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
actually got a little shot on that guy down there. Nice. Nice angle they were able to hit right there. Yeah, that Ultimate General, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, it'll be brand new to me. I've never played it. So it'll be like a learning curve and a challenge. Most of the titles that I've played on my channel so far, I've played the game already before I've even made content with it. So it'll be one of the newer titles. And playing this game over the past 44 live streams, it's just turned a bug on for me for the Civil War here a little bit. So I've got the Civil War bug at the moment. And the only thing you can do with a bug is just scratch it. So we are definitely scratching our... He did pull that infantry back to touch that flag. Oh boy. Ooh. Let's see if they were a little bit better condition. They could start roughing up that artillery. But they're just not quite up to snuff. They've been a huge benefit keeping them over here. He's probably going to win on the Catherine House, or the Catherine Furnace. But I'm willing to sacrifice that area to win in the other two areas. Okay. What happened here? Yeah, this guy needs pushed back. Don't let him get on the flank. Yeah, now he's really getting his fresh brigades up against our line here.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
So R.E. Rhodes and A.P. Hill are going to have to hold the center.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
As damaged as they are.
At ease, man.
Yeah, this battle is so difficult. It's not as difficult as some of the Washington variations. I started playing one of the Battle for Washingtons as a Confederacy. I played the version 2, alternate number 2. And my goodness, you think the Union outnumbers you in this battle? Oh, that battle is ridiculous. Oh, he destroyed one of our brigades. Dang it. Well, that was the first one he's gotten today. I'll give it to them. Hayman's brigade has broken your southwest artillery position. I believe it. It is Hayman's brigade. And this single infantry brigade here, Hayman's brigade, has been roughing us up the whole time. But I think we've got them under control here. I hate to do that to your brother, but
At ease, man.
I'd like to hold this position. Yeah, now is when his numbers are really starting to show. This is the point in the battle where it's like, oh my goodness. The Union is so strong. But we had a much better fighting chance this time.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
See, these guys are having a hard time recovering because they're under constant artillery fire. Over here, we're not really taking enemy artillery fire. A.A. Humphreys is pulling up all the fresh brigades to try and break our line.
At ease, man.
Everybody's got their shovels out like crazy, digging like madmen.
At ease, man.
See, we'll pull Colston down here to the center.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Make him fight for every inch. Yeah, it's called Early Washington version 2. That battle on this game is difficult. Plains Confederacy, my goodness. I don't think we can break them. Maybe. Nice. Yeah, get Humphreys out of here.
At ease, man.
See, this is the point in the battle where either A, we hold, or B, he just rolls us up. If we were smart, we would abandon everything and pull everybody back. I mean, we've got plenty of supply. Now that we've roughed him up so bad, our supply has gone way up. But I don't know. I feel like we can hold this. Get that sharpshooter off our back.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Nobody's really in condition to attack over here.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
They're doing their duty, though. They're holding the enemy at bay. Move over here. Jeb Stuart just keeps teasing him. He keeps raising the Confederate flag and then going back in the woods. So right here I'm debating whether to keep holding. He's not that strong though. I think we can hold. He might break us down here a little bit, but let's just keep a little pressure on where he's fresh. So we knocked A.A. Humphreys back, and now A.S. Williams is, come on guys, keep going. We can break them. As our Whitworths are just raining down hell on them.
At ease, man.
Yeah, Iverson is actually holding at this battle.
At ease, man.
Alright, you need to pull back though.
At ease, man. 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 At ease, man.
It's probably what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and break here on the stream and break right here. But if he does that, we'll just fire on him and he'll overexpose himself. I'm only seeing like, let's see, about two. He's got 2 to 3 very fresh brigades here. Everybody else is like medium condition right now. I'm going with a holding action. Oh yeah, our boys over there by Chancellorsville downtown are just getting rained on by enemy artillery fire. Oh, he's really trying to, he's really got aggressive right there. But we held across the board. Nice job. Alright, I hate to keep roughing up Heyman's brigade here, but gotta give J.J. Archer and his compadres here a little chance to rest. Not that artillery though. Give him some ammo. Dude, these two guns over here have been doing some damage. Okay, right now I can attack with these two. Yeah, that was okay. Even though we're in the red, we want to try and rough up that artillery. Nice. Alright, we got one of his guns. One less artillery that's going to be hitting at us. Alright, PGT, Beauregard, just keep that Zooks brigade busy. Jeb Stuart, rest. This cavalry, keep being an annoyance. Raiding the enemy supply lines in the rear. Okay, he's moving most of his artillery up now. Yeah, we are doing way better than last time. Okay, right here, the riverbed is getting sketchy. Not concerned about the center so much. As I am the riverbed. I got fire on that fresh one. Dang it. My goodness.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Whoa, Rhodes is taking a beating right now.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Alright, AP Hill, push that guy up.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Dang, that would be sketchy right here.
At ease, man.
Better arrest him. I wanted to charge right there, but that would take too much damage, and he's got a fresh one right back here. Alright, let me just take a quick moment here. Investigate the Union troops. Yeah, he's in just as bad condition as we are. He just outnumbers us. We're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. Better than having mass hysteria and panic and pandemonium across the board and everybody running for their lives. I hate to keep doing that to Haman's brigade there. Just gotta keep them back. J.J. Archer, he did pretty good here. Holding the enemy back. And it occupied some of his forces too. See, I wish we might need to turn our guns' attention. Oh, he's got a 290-man artillery brigade right there. My goodness. That is ridiculous. Don't worry about his artillery. Just keep the pressure up on his infantry. Yeah, rough him up a little bit. Jeb Stuart is just driving the Union absolutely crazy right now behind Chancellorsville. Okay, everybody here is rough right now. You're okay, but everybody take a break. Just stay together. Try to cheer each other up. You own the town. You just gotta hold the town. I'm glad I waited a turn to charge, because now, easily push him back. Right there. Pull you here. Rest. You made a slight breakout right here. So what we'll do is we'll pull Iverson here. Might put this guy up. Yeah, let's pull that gentleman up right there.
No, sir.
He's kind of focusing his attack up in this area at the moment. And he is losing cohesion. He's starting to lose a little bit of cohesion here. Iverson, push him back.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
At least AP Hill is going to be Iverson, Rhodes, and Hill. All three of them are right on the front now.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
The line in the sand. I've got a fresh one back here. The Stonewall Brigade. JQA Naden Baus in charge of the Stonewall Brigade here.
At ease, man.
See, I'm leery if I want nighttime or if I don't want nighttime. If I was to get nighttime, would it hurt me or help me? It would help me, but I feel like it would bring him from half condition to full strength, and he just ripped through our lines after daybreak. Which I can't quite remember if that's exactly what happened last time. I think it was around this time. It was around turn 20-some is when he really started rolling us up. Oh, that's nice how this artillery can fire up there.
At ease, man. At ease, no, man. Sir. At ease, man.
Might use that cavalry to apply some pressure there. We're not going to worry about rallying you at the moment. So, as much as he's hurting us over here,
At ease, man.
he hasn't broken us yet.
At ease, man.
This is the one right here that's still messing with us because
At ease, man.
we can't quite hit him.
At ease, man.
All right, boys. You got to get something going on here. At this point, just keep his condition down as best as we can. It's our only hope. You're our only hope. Go ahead and rough him up.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
This guy's actually pretty fresh too. I think I'm going to pull him up and this guy down. Because he's kind of getting more aggressive up here than elsewhere.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
It's all the condition of our army right now. It took so much out of us to get to this point to hold the key positions. We're just hanging on for dear life to hold on to it. Oh, he's gearing up for another push. Turn 22 is going to be bloody for us. He's starting to move up a little bit. He's got a couple of fresh ones right on our doorstep here. Dang it, need ammunition.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
If he breaks roads, I'm going to have this brigade back here to help cover. All right, you pull over here. You come back in the trees. A little bit of pullback, if you can. There you go. Keep pulling back.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
I'd like to move you up, but better not.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
I think that artillery took some shot from his cannon there. Yeah, go ahead and recover right there. Alright, now we need to have these two guns. To move him up here. Same with this guy.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Need to get them up here so they can start hitting on this particular gentleman right here.
At ease, man.
Wow. Yeah, see, now he did what he did on the last time. For the first half of the battle, we did really good by keeping him spread out. Now he went back to that tactic that he used on the last battle, where he just 99% of his army pushed him to the west, hanging on for dear life. Turn. Yeah, we didn't have a live stream yesterday because I was working on a water pump that broke on this recent used car purchase I had. Pulled up to the house and it just started pouring out coolant, and it was all coming from the water pump. I got it off yesterday, and I'm hoping Saturday to put the new one on. That was not an easy job on a Toyota. It was not an easy job.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
See, at this point, our units, the morale and the organization are good. But our health is really starting to show. He's actually finally moved out a little bit.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
He finally moved that brigade. My
At
goodness.
ease, man.
That brigade just refused to move
At ease, man.
the majority of this battle. I'm not sure how effective that is, messing up his headquarters units. At least we're keeping them away. We're keeping him away from his front over here. He's got, oh my, what in the world? He's got 4 headquarters, 5. Wow, the Union has 5 headquarter units. So this guy, he's not placed very well. Oh wait, you can't tell when it's not their turn. Alright, next turn our artillery will be able to fire. Well, this one's out of ammo, but... Alright, where are we in trouble here? That's not a threat, not a threat. Slight threat. Big threat. Yeah, keep him on the riverbed. Oh, that's nice. He takes extra damage in the riverbed there. And you fire on that fresh unit right there. Same with the horse artillery. Yeah, ruin his condition.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
He'll probably keep pushing right there.
At ease, man.
But these two will flank him. Actually, pretty fresh right here.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Rhodes is finally starting to recover. He was in bad shape a little bit ago.
At ease, man.
This is such sketchy fighting over here, downtown Chancellorsville. My goodness. Our boys have been holding on for dear life over there. Every shot from the artillery just might be the one that puts them in retreat. Oh, Iverson's coming under some rifle fire. Well, it's turn 23 and we're still holding. We haven't capitulated yet. I almost need to get these guys to do something, those cavalry.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Just give you quarter supply. Oh, his morale just skyrocketed from taking that artillery here has no ammunition. This infantry is still okay, but it's not perfect to fire on him. And I'm going to come back and resupply this artillery here. Let's see if we can get some damage on the west. Yeah, he kept pushing, and now it's his doom.
No, sir.
There you go.
At ease, man.
There you go. Alright, tell you what. You come down. Slap him. You. Slap him. Hold. If Iverson breaks, I have a fresh brigade right behind Iverson to help him out. Okay, that is where he's fresh right there. So he's got a really 100% condition right there. Oh, you're out of ammo too. Dang it. Dang it. Alright, knock him back. Alright, these two need ammo. And he needs ammo. Alright, let's give you half supply. Give you half supply. And give you half supply. Perfect. Managing our inventory wisely. Okay, this guy's actually somewhat fresh. He is renewed up top here, though. Worst case scenario, we could pull back, reform our line right here, and let him come out in the open, but I wouldn't like that because when he takes those flags, I'm pretty sure it raises his morale. It's kind of a new thing I've noticed.
At ease, man.
Recent development.
At ease, man. At ease,
Man,
man.
get your health up, AP Hill. My goodness. You've got to get your health up.
At ease, man.
There you go. Alright. Turn. The time just flew by today. I know I got started a little late, right at noon, or noon my time, but I am glad I got one in today. I'll probably most likely be live later this evening, but a lot of times in the evening there's no commentary. It's just
At ease, man.
because usually she'll be right next to me and can't really bother her with all my yapping. So I usually keep it pretty quiet in the evenings. But it was kind of fun the last couple of evening streams I did. I was playing the first version of this game. It's not the best, but it's okay. Put that guy in retreat. My goodness. Thank you. My word.
At ease, man. At ease,
Okay, so
man.
we've got two
At
infantry
ease, man.
brigades here that can actually do something. PGT Beauregard is fresh, and this guy's not that bad either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move him out slightly and goat his infantry here to attack the center, and then smash them on both sides. Jeb Stewart, he finally got broken. There he is. He finally got roughed up, those two cavalry. Those two cavalry were messing him up the whole battle. They were such a nuisance for the Union. Okay, artillery.
At ease, man.
This guy's
At ease, man.
coming up right there. Alright. Focus. Focus fire. Pay attention. Keep his condition ruined. Just ruin him. Yeah, he's definitely gonna pull out some aggressive moves up here. Pull this guy up here. He recovered up here very nicely. Probably due to that headquarter unit. So I brought that really fresh brigade up here to assist.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
See, I could push some of this back, but
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
well, another reason AP Hill's taking extra damage on his health is he's getting attacked from 3 sides, as opposed to Rhodes is only taking it from 2 sides. Dang. Alright. One more turn here. If I do go live tonight, I might just do 2 separate lives. Might do a little bit of commentary on this battle, finish this battle up, and then maybe play the first version of this game. Oh, he's actually getting aggressive down here now. Okay, buddy, okay, calm down. Yeah, move over there. You rest right there. Okay, he took the bait. He moved out. He attacked our artillery here. So we hit him from here. Oh boy, these guys got damaged bad, didn't they? Well, I take that back. We are going to have a hard time taking this guy on. He must have took some extra damage from artillery. Well, not a lot we could do back there. Put that guy in retreat, my goodness. Okay. Yep, keep his front line ruined. Tell you what, let's... Ooh, but you got a fresh one right behind there. Dang. I like how he's a little bit exposed right there, but... It's not good enough. I moved R.E. Rhodes up a little bit, so he's going to take a pounding this next turn. I was trying to get a little bit of movement going here. He's just so got us outmatched over here. I think if we were just to hold what we had at this point, it would be a victory. But that's the key, is holding what we got. Yeah, return fire. And that artillery by Chancellorsville was ripping our units up. But at least he wasn't able to bring them to bear against our army in the west. That would have been terrible. We'll get Rhodes pulled back here. Okay, we've just got to survive for 10 more turns. And can you get anything going on here? Rough that guy up. Thank you. Alright, dig in. Warm up. Dig in. Pull back. Oh, don't pull back there.
At ease, man.
See, maybe pulling these cavalry up here, sneaking them over here, might distract him a little bit. That's pretty much been our hope and pray all this time, is getting him distracted. Let's pull these two down. Alright, Rhodes, pull back.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Yeah, see, these two brigades were actually pretty green. And they're taking significant damage trying to break this tile. Fortunate for us.
At ease, man. 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 At ease, man.
Alright, what can we smack in the face here? Might as well just knock one back like that. For everyone we knock back like that, they'll really be out of the fight. Because there's only like 10 turns left. Oh, I almost can't watch. This is going to be so disgusting, this turn for the enemy. He's getting an occasional shot on our infantry in the west. But a lot better than before. If you remember the first time I played this battle, he was all right here, and we were kind of over here. And his artillery over here just owned us so bad the whole battle. Alright, PGT Beauregard is still holding Chancellorsville area.
At ease, man.
Thank goodness.
At ease, man.
And our gentleman here got some cavalry. Oh, I did not mean to do that with the supply on him. Got some cavalry on the up and up here.
No, sir. At ease, man.
I'll try to move you up
At ease, man.
via the road.
At ease, man.
Alright, you dig in right there.
At ease, man.
A little renewed effort on the part of the Union. Yeah, fire on that fresh brigade right there. Alright, no friendly fire. I repeat, no friendly fire. Hit that unit. Nice job.
At ease, man.
Oh, AP Hill is holding on by the skin of his teeth.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
Yeah, now
At
I do
ease,
need
man.
nighttime.
At ease, man.
Nighttime would be good right now. It'd be better. It'd be good for him, but it'd be, whew. Especially over here. Oh, if these guys had at nighttime, whew, could really open up. He's being so smart, keeping his strength over here, and just kind of odd jobs over here. Alright, we're going to save there. That's enough of that. We'll come back to that on another episode. So yeah, we're definitely going to finish up that battle sometime soon. And Ultimate General is going to be starting within the next couple of days. That's going to be a lot of fun playing that game. I appreciate everybody who came out on the little midday stream today. We had a lot of fun. was nice to be coming back to the Civil War after messing with a water pump yesterday. And until next time, my friends, peace.